2 is 1.
Are you gonna do the thing?
Are we?
Wayne's World party time. Excellent.
I feel like Jared had time to Google this intro because we tried to do this a couple weeks ago, guys. And
didn't quite
technical difficulties.
work.
It happens.
Okay,
My
so
bad.
I tried to block it out of my memory.
you gotta look at Wayne's World.
I'll think about it.
Classic.
Gosh dang.
Classic.
All right, so we are back. We are back from a long hiatus. It's been how many?
A lot of months.
It's been a
like
long
COVID
time.
almost, I think, since we've done these last.
It's been a long time, but this is a great way, and obviously we're missing introductions here.
Yeah.
So Alyssa Cantu, Dustin Gibson, and we have a guest with us today, Jared, Coach Jared. So we're going to get back to doing some of these because it's the easiest way for us to get information out, all of y'all, because no matter how many times we text, and how many times we email, how many long posts I write on Facebook.
Ghosted.
It's true.
Ignored.
Like, ignored.
Right.
Ignored.
Here's another dusty post.
I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad that
Right,
like, I will post programming to my strawman group, and literally, like, I will get the exact question as like, "Do not ask me this question," and they'll ask me that question.
Yeah.
Like, even the people who are supposed to be looking at my stuff, I don't get it.
I understand.
Anyway, so yet again, we are coming at you with another way to get information out to you guys. Our hope is to get one of these out every like 3 to 4 weeks or so. And so roughly about 30, 40 minutes at a time to get information to you all. So today and starting for the next few series, we're going to start bringing on coaches to kind of talk about some of their personal experiences, what they do for the gym, why they're here. And so we'll get right into it. So Jared is officially our weightlifting coach, right? And Jared's going to talk a little bit about some of his programs. He has the ability to take you to meets, program for meet, personal training. He does that with some clients right now. And so he offers several different tiers of weightlifting programming in addition to his awesomeness as one of our CrossFit coaches. So I'll let Jared speak for a few minutes about what he brings to the table as far as what his focus is for weightlifting programming, and I'll just fire some questions at you at the same time.
For sure. So, as many of you that know me, I love weightlifting. Like, unfortunately, I can't do it right now, but I'll get back at it. Don't worry. But yeah, I just love weightlifting a lot. You know, I got introduced to it through CrossFit, so I fell in love with the sport, and now I'm the coach, so I'll help with it. But yeah, so if you're a CrossFitter, please come see me. You know you need me. If you're a weightlifter, come see me too. You know, it's a great sport. And like Dusty said, I have a lot of opportunities and options available for you guys. Obviously, we have the Monday and Wednesdays at 5 class, right? But beyond that, I can also do individual programming, right? So if you're planning to compete or just want to get better in general, you know, it's really important to get individual personalized programming. The reason being is because, so for example, let's use my beloved 2 here. So let's pretend that Dusty has a horrible snatch, but he's great at clean and jerk, right? So his programming would look a lot different than Alyssa's because she's great at snatching, but sucks at jerks, right? So that's the reason, right? So we all have different proportions, different bodies. Your tolerance to volume varies. Like, there's a lot of nerdy stuff that I'm not going to bore you with right now, but like, it's really, really beneficial to get personalized programming.
So let's start from the very, 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 very beginning, right? What is weightlifting? Why do we call it weightlifting?
It's lifting weights.
I know, but specifically, like, some people come to us off the street, right, and they have an interest for CrossFit, and there's few different people that join us, right? Sometimes you'll have people that join us, they just join us for weightlifting. They know everything about weightlifting, they've competed, they're looking for a weightlifting gym. So one of the unique things that we offer is open platforms, right? Mm-hmm. So we've always been that way. We do plan to be that way for the future. But then you also have the other person who starts with CrossFit. They start doing some weightlifting in the classes, and they're like, oh, I want more than this. So with that type of person, they come to you. What is your pitch to them, or what do you typically see from that type of person that did CrossFit and is just starting weightlifting? And then I'll give you the other person who has no clue what weightlifting is, period. They don't know what a snatch is. They don't know what a clean and jerk is. But they come there to try us out for one time. They don't have any CrossFit experience. They're like, wow, that looks pretty fun. What are y'all doing over there? I'm not dying on the floor. All right. So out of those first two, one, kind of explain what exactly is weightlifting, and two, how do you approach those two different people, and what would your approach as far as getting them started be?
So it's a very interesting question. I would say, well, obviously weightlifting, you have your snatch, clean, and jerk. So snatch, you with a wide grip, you start from the ground, get into a squat, stand up all the way, right? Hey. Then you got the clean and jerk. That one comes to the shoulders. Then you take it overhead. So both start on the ground, go overhead. You try to lift the most amount of weight possible, right? But the reason why I think it has such a big appeal on some of us weird individuals is it's just so technical that it just always, there's always something new to improve on. So I feel like, I don't know, that's exciting. It's you always have something to aim for, you know, it keeps you entertained.
For those two people that I was talking to you about, right? Obviously, you'd want to come to you and try out a session with you.
Correct.
So that would be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8, 5 to 7.
It was like 5 to 7.
5 to 8 or so.
Yeah.
At that point, right, you're going to be there with them. You'll run them through like a baseline of programming.
Right.
And then if they want to start coming back, right, they've got some sort of baseline with you of like, hey, we're going to squat, we're going to clean and jerk, we're going to do some front squats today, that kind of stuff. But let's say the next step is, man, Jared, I really like this stuff. There's a meet coming up in 2 months. I want to go to the meet.
Right.
What are you going to do then?
So there's several tiers, right? And we can start doing, like I said, individualized, personalized programming, which can be there 3 times a week. You can do 5 times a week, and then also if you want me to come with you to a meet, coach you through it, count for you, and just basically just, you don't worry about the meet, I worry about the meet. All you do is come, show up, enjoy yourself, lift, and then...
Well, let me ask you this, though, but why do I need a coach?
Why?
Yeah, why do I need a weightlifting coach?
It's difficult. It's so difficult if you don't. Honestly, like, yeah, you could probably say, hey, man, like, I saw Cal Strength has it at $30, you know, programming. One, like I said, is generalized, so it doesn't cater to your individual needs. And two, you need those eyes. Like, you just really, even coaches have coaches in weightlifting. That's how complex it is, you know. So, and, you know, it's just like gymnastics. Why do you need a coach in gymnastics? It's just that difficult.
So for sure. And I think I would chalk it up to, like, if I started to go to a shooting range or I went to Top Golf and I thought this was so fun, I wouldn't just all of a sudden be like, all right, I'm here for 18 holes. Like, you know, I don't even know what each club means. Like,
that's actually
I don't
a really
know.
good analogy.
Like, I will Happy Gilmore it. Like, man, so.
Hey, I understood that reference.
But no, definitely, like, you know, I think I get this a lot too, just from me personally. Like, I personal train people, and I have people that are remote, and some people just come here to follow my programming. But, you know, every coaches have coaches, and if you're trying to reach that next level of your training, whether it be CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting, just strength in general, like, you need those extra eyes. You need that extra programming and that extra thing that's going to get you there. Like, we as Grindhouse provide a lot, but when you're ready for that next level or you want a little more, like, look within us. Like, all of the coaches are expert at what they do, you know? Like,
so I will give you some props. So my wife, Courtney Gibson, is actually one of Jared's clients now. And so Courtney's always...
clients, they're athletes, man.
Okay, athletes, whatever. What do you want to call them? So,
minor clients.
I mean, but seriously though, so Courtney's I've always pressured her to kind of do extra and stuff and do more and stuff because I think she's really good at it. And based off her proportions, because, you know, depending on the length of your levers and different portions of torso lengths and stuff like that, like, some people
are
just built for certain things in weightlifting, and she has one of those proportionate bodies that has a long torso and very short lower limbs. So that means that she can get very upright in her squats.
We're built like minions.
No, but it works. That's Austin too, you know. That body that works for weightlifting.
Yeah, so I mean, she enjoys it. She enjoys coming in. She enjoys working with you.
Dude, her legs are getting big. She's getting strong.
I was like, dude, man, she'd stand up there and I was like, God, you getting some quads.
Right.
Like,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
needs.
So yeah, and so specifically Courtney, some of Courtney's weaknesses is she's a little better on her snatch, right? She loves the clean, but her jerk needs some work. And so those are some very specific things that y'all are working on, right? And so there's been times, so we used to go to the gym, this is many years ago. We used to go to the gym and we'd be at 24-hour fitness. We go to the gym at night. So we would go like at 9:30 at night, right?
Putting all the lunk alarms on.
Before all the kids.
Oh yeah, a long time. Anyway, so she and I would go, but we'd always, not always, that's probably the wrong word, but we would typically end up in a fight. Because I would try and teach her something, and then Courtney's very independent, right? I'm independent too, and we usually end up yelling at each other.
Right.
So it's actually better that she's getting
100%.
coaching from you and not me. Yeah,
I've seen that happen with all couples.
I was gonna say,
thing, yeah.
Kristen and I have a rule we learned as blue belts. We do not spar each other during competition because usually one of us ends up in the shower crying like, "You cranked that arm bar too hard. Like, you were going harder than me." Like, so yeah, we don't do that.
Couples should not do. I've never seen it work, honestly.
No,
And
we
I
do
don't
it
know
for
why.
fun.
I don't really know why.
Because
But
there's
it's
yeah.
interesting.
But I think, so back to the comment though, I really do think she's having a good time, so I do appreciate it. And I mean, I know she is having fun, so good job.
Awesome. It's a fun. I love people, and I love seeing them progress and get better. It's a fun thing.
No, for sure.
Yeah, squats, like her legs, it's like, I was noticing the other day, I'm like, damn.
You're welcome.
All right, so getting back to it, so weightlifting is something that we've had at the gym since inception.
Forever. I started weightlifting here when we were Genesis. That's actually how I met you was you came over here for weightlifting.
Yeah.
So I remember that story. I've heard the story. Yeah.
So we've had weightlifting at the gym forever. It's something we intend to keep for a very long time. I think it has a place in one of our unique programs. I really like it. If you guys are interested at all in weightlifting, I encourage you at least have a conversation with Jared about it, because weightlifting is very, very different. It's very technical, and sometimes people just don't like being on the floor for 7 days a week from CrossFit going, "Oh my God, that was so hard," right? Not that weightlifting's not hard, right?
Right.
But
it's different.
It's different. So like even us strongmen and powerlifters, I love weightlifting. I've competed in weightlifting. But it's different because y'all take like one rep and then go sit down.
Hey, it's taxing on that central nervous system.
Hey, it is. Funny because Courtney's saying that she's aching and hurting now, like from different stuff. I'm like, yeah, because you're lifting heavy a lot. Yeah. It's the way it works. It's different. So
my traps can't handle.
Now, one thing I'll say before we kind of move on to something else. So I've had this, and I understand this. Trust me, like we all were beginners at anything at a certain point. We understand that it can be very intimidating to see all these strong weightlifters. Like you got Doug snatching 300 plus pounds.
Shout out to Doug!
Yeah, that's right, Doug.
Yeah.
He got 5th at nationals.
5th overall and 3rd in the snatch.
Yeah. In the 96 kilo class, right?
No, I think he's in 102.
Did he go up a class?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's swole,
Let's
go.
Swole.
Yoked. No, but yeah, so yes, I understand it's intimidating to see all these but they've been doing it for 7+ years, so don't be afraid to try something new or to be a beginner. We all start somewhere, and the only way to get like Doug is to have zero. Just show up, just come in.
I mean, Doug trains a lot, and he's been doing it for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So it does.
But I remember when he first started.
Right.
Like,
That's
we were here when he first walked in, and now look at him. And it's just really consistency. Like, show up every day.
Yeah. Even if you
good
want.
days, bad days, just be here.
Yeah, he works very, very hard. Mm-hmm. And he's very consistent.
We got some good athletes here.
Oh, yeah.
We really do.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, so putting a lid on that one, go see Jared about weightlifting, right? Go talk to him. We have a great weightlifting program. The gym supports it. I will always support it. Alyssa will support it. Y'all keep breaking plates, but I keep...
we'll keep replacing them.
Different topic.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing that how are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good on time. Anybody?
Yeah, we got like 10 more minutes.
Okay, so one of the other topics that we wanted to touch in this particular cast was really kind of highlighting some accomplishments of members and just some people that we have noticed lately in the last couple months or recently that have really gone above and beyond. And one of the things I want to talk about personally was community. Like, I think our community at this point is probably one of the best communities that we've had in our 9 years or 8+ years of being here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just something different about our community right now. And I think it's largely attributable, not necessarily to anything that we have done, but stuff that coaches have done and stuff that members. And so one member I really like to call out right now is Randy Graves and Teresa Graves as well.
Oh, but I didn't get invited to this pajama
I
party.
know.
So, the three of us weren't there, but it's fine.
Also, I heard
fine.
there's a New Year's birthday party coming up.
And a New Year's
I wasn't
one.
invited
It's
either.
fine. I'll wait for
It's
my
all
invite.
good.
They're probably in the mail.
Wait, hold on. I got that in mind.
I think, oh wow.
All right. It's fine.
Wow. I
We'll
don't
have our own.
Anyway, but like Randy Graves, like really, like thank you so much. One of the things that I think is a very good example or indicative of this community that we've created was last time we attempted this podcast, right? Like a couple weeks ago, they had just posted something about the Spartan race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and within like 10 minutes, there was 60 comments. And I think they already had a team of like 8 or 9 people, and all these other people had signed up. And it was just like this team had been created almost immediately, like instantaneously. And I think that was, I was watching it develop, and I was like, man, this is really crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is just Randy's, desire to really bring people together.
Yeah.
But it takes more than just one person, right? And so it takes a willingness from other people. It takes consistency, because you put on some of these events, and like, we know people don't show up, or you get discouraged, but he just keeps going and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I really, really, really thank Randy Graves, Teresa Graves, for all the effort y'all put forth of bringing people together, because it really is amazing. I really do think that at the end of the day, yes, we run a business. And, business goal to make money. But I think part of our goals are so far beyond just making money. And part of it is having community of people that we want to be around on a daily basis.
Right.
Let's face it.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
This is a lot of time.
Yeah, and sometimes you're not at your best if you're tired during a workout and just you're emotional, and like it's good to have like a community of people around.
Right. So really, really thank you, Randy, and Teresa, for continuing our community, building our community, and doing what you do for our community, because I think right now our community is so awesome. I love it. I can't wait for the Christmas party. This is going to go out before the Christmas party, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, we got some stuff planned for the Christmas party.
Yeah,
different
I'm
from
excited.
other years.
Yeah. And while we're talking of like people in the community, like I have to give a big shout out to our coach, Amanda, who really kind of took the lead on doing like comp classes and competitions. I think she's like a CrossFit Ironman right now. Like she's like competition after competition after competition, and setting it up. And she also coaches at our other location at Strongbody, and she's done a really good job over there with like trying to blend the communities, and their comp training and we're comp training, and like it's just really awesome to see. Like we hadn't had Grindhouse on the map as far as CrossFit competitors since like I did CrossFit. I did do CrossFit at one point in my life.
It was like 15.
Yeah, and Courtney, like so when we first opened, like that was kind of our thing, and then Dusty and I kind of found our niches, and there we are. But it's cool to see Grindhouse logo on Katie Games and different other organizations.
Shout out to Dan House, who was at the Mayhem Legends.
We got an invitation to go to it. Like, man, Dan works his butt off. We're so proud of you, man. Proud of you.
He actually sent me a text and with him in front of the Mayhem gym, and it said, "Thank you for." Basically, the gym, and I was like, dude, this is you. Yeah. Like, this is all you. You're the one that puts in the work all day long. Like, we may provide the place, but, like, you're the one that puts that work in. So.
And I know Sydney, Coach Sydney works with him a lot as well in the morning. So, like, that's just, the quality of coaching that he's getting and being motivated to do all that. And, like, it's really awesome.
Yeah, and back to Amanda, wow. Wow, like she took something that didn't even exist, and like now she's got a group of people that come in on Sundays.
Yeah. After Bench Bros.
Tyron the other day was like, because he's been showing up a little later, right? He was like, dude, by the time it gets to the point where we're working out, I've done Bench Bros, and then I'm going to Amanda's got all these workouts for us. Like, I am hungry.
Oh, I bet.
Lazy dog.
Yeah, well, hey, lazy dog's in the place.
Yeah, I love that place.
So yes, thank you very much, Amanda. And then, do you have any person that you want to call out?
Who did I said someone last time? Was it Crystal? Crystal, right?
Yeah,
Crystal Devil, yes.
Heck yeah.
Bringing in a couple of friends, a couple of buddies, and hanging out, signing up for comps.
She's been working on
her too. I saw her starting to do some powerlifting too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, and another person
awesome.
that we had recently called out was Jessica Fernandez.
Oh yes, another Ironman.
Yeah. What like times 20?
Yeah.
I mean, the other day she did. I actually said something to her. I'm like, you gotta eat. I was like, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
Like you gotta pound
Bring
the
your
food.
snacks.
Because I think she did MMA.
Uh-huh.
And then she went and did that CrossFit workout. It was like a 30-minute workout, right? And then I think the day before that, she was at LA Fitness, like lifting. And I was like, come on, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like, it's okay. Like sometimes what I was telling her was like, you're working your butt off, but sometimes volume for the sake of volume is actually detrimental.
Right.
So it's got to be focused volume.
Yeah, focus volume.
And I told her
calories.
Yes, I told her.
So many calories.
Yes, I told her, I was like, you need to eat. She's like, I got the food stuff covered.
Excellent. Speaking of food stuff covered, no, I'm just kidding.
Right. Coach, bro.
Next, we'll get her.
Yeah,
we'll get her on to talk about nutrition. Yeah. Oh, and the TP.
Yeah.
TP project, which is actually coming up again. So to kind of close out, I really, really, really think we have a great community of people, and there are so many other people that have been doing amazing that I don't think we have the time to mention because we could be here for like hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
But all of y'all come in here every day. You put a whole lot of work in. The coaches put a whole lot of work in. And I think that we're all just kind of going towards a goal of bettering ourselves, right? And so, I think we have a lot of great people here. And, if there's anybody else that y'all in particular you want to shout out before we close out?
Just all
No.
y'all. We love you.
No, yeah.
Honestly, no. I mean
that's
that.
what I
I mean
said.
that. I mean that. Everybody's pretty cool here.
Yeah, everybody has their own, goals here. Like we collectively as a group all come here to be better. Whether it's a stressful day or I'm trying to lose weight or I'm trying to get strong, like it doesn't matter. Like we all just kind of show up anyways, do the same workout for different reasons, but still support each other. But the new year's coming up, so if you guys have specific goals or you just want to sit and talk with a coach and try to understand like what do I do now, like I've been doing CrossFit, like is this enough, should I be eating different, should I be doing more, like that's what we're here for, and we'll kind of put out an email too about setting a time to come and have like a goal setting, like that's what we're here. There's a bunch of coaches and that's kind of for you. Like, don't ever feel like you guys can't come to us and be like, so now what do I do? Or, oh, I need more, like, that's what we're here for. Like, we all change up our routine here and there, and, like, that's okay. Like, it's totally fine.
Right. Okay. Christmas party this Saturday at 7 o'clock. White Elephant. Door prizes. Spin wheel.
Selfie station.
I'll be there. I mean,
Bring a drink. We'll have some stuff, but if
Do
you
not
have
show up like 2 hours late or you're not going to get a door ticket.
No, this is not that kind of party. We're an on-time
No,
party.
and I, like,
everybody's out of 10.
we're kicking y'all out of, like, Courtney and I will kick y'all out of 10.
After party, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's fine. They
No,
can
we're
go,
going to bed.
they can all go do that.
After
Man.
party.
Okay, I'm sorry. One last thing.
Okay.
There was one year, this is probably like 3 or 4 years ago, where it got really late, and finally I'm like, I'm going to bed. And I remember laying in bed, and there was still probably like 10 people out in the
I do remember that night.
and
Yes.
it was like 10 people out in the kitchen, and like I could hear them, but I was like, forget it. I'll just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that one.
All
I
right,
won't call names.
we'll see you on Saturday at the Christmas party. See you guys at the gym. Thanks, Jared.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
thanks.
Really appreciate it. Shall we finish?
Yes.
Wayne's World, Wayne's World, party time, excellent.